Hello and welcome to the Fedora Files. I am Gregory Fedora. With me today, my paranormal patriarch, Chip Stetson.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing great.
Can I be a patriarch without having kids?
We don't know that you don't have kids. I don't
Okay.
know. There, you probably. I think we've talked before how you always get fearful around Father's Day that you may go out to the mailbox and there could be a letter or a card
Yeah.
saying, "Dear Dad, you don't know me. I'm 20 now. I'm going to college. I need funds." Mom
See,
said,
that wouldn't be that bad though, because all the hard stuff's already done.
"Yeah, yeah, true,
But no, yeah, I do get nervous around that time of year.
yeah." I get nervous around that time of year too, but not for the same reasons because I have kids and I
Yeah.
don't know what they're gonna do or if they're even gonna remember. Sometimes I don't want them to remember because then I don't need more ties or socks or whatever. So
Oh God, yeah, the Father's Day gifts.
yeah,
That's like a curse
yeah,
for all fathers. It's the ties, the socks, the watches.
yeah,
I don't know. Give
and
me a nice bottle of bourbon, I'll be a happy guy.
yeah, exactly. So now see you're on today, and this is going to be a little bit different than normal. Like normally when you come on, we talk about either like some monster or one of the crazy ghost adventuring things you've done,
Mhm.
or just some paranormal things or folklore things or whatever. And we do have more of those coming, but this was the 50th episode, and I thought that was kind of a big deal that I got to 50 on this podcast thing because I wasn't sure if I was even gonna like doing these or if I'd even do them. And then
Well, you've
like
been doing a
Trey,
really good job. I mean,
yeah,
the people that you have on every single one of them has been interesting. I like how you don't keep it focused with just one specific, I don't know, profession or
topic,
anything.
yeah.
Yeah, you go all over the place, and some of the people that you talk to are just incredible.
Yeah, and so like I'm like if my previous guests are listening, they've all been wonderful. I've enjoyed every single one, and a lot of them I want to have back on because I think there was stuff I missed, and there's more I want to get. And it's not just the distilleries, and it's not that I want to come drink more of their stuff, but I do. But that's not why I want to have them on. I just I think there's more to the story that I could pull out. But like I said, I like to keep them kind of short because I know people are busy and I don't want to overload them with stuff. So
Yeah, well, if people are like me, very short attention span. So
yeah,
the shorter the better.
you probably forgot why you're even on right now. So you're
Yeah, no, we were talking about something. I
yeah,
can't remember.
exactly. But so being the paranormal guy that you are and
Yes.
into those things, and I am too, and folklore monsters, I wanted to go down a different road.
Okay.
Now, do you recall what was the first horror film you remember seeing?
Oh God. Well, I it's one of two, and I can't
Mhm.
remember if it was Friday the 13th or if it was Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one.
Okay.
You Johnny Depp's finest work since, well, him
Ever.
being on the stand recently.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Nothing beats Private
What
Resort. That is hands down his best work
which one?
outside of Crybaby.
Oh. Well, I mean, I have to say, which you think was scarier for him, being on Nightmare on Elm Street or facing Amber Heard in the courtroom?
I saw a picture of Amber Heard, and she looked horrible. I mean, her face is all scrunched up. She's like yelling and screaming,
Yeah.
which seems to be the
What he said she did.
yeah. So
So,
I think Freddy Krueger has nothing on Amber Heard.
yeah,
She's definitely 10 times scarier than
exactly. And
Freddy,
she doesn't need the knives for fingers.
or the makeup, or the yeah. No, she's terrifying in itself.
Well,
I
interesting. Like, just think about Johnny Depp was in Freddy Krueger, dude with
mhm.
knives for hands, but then he was in Edward Scissorhands, dude with scissors with hands. Who would win in a fight?
I don't know. I'd have to say Amber Heard. She ripped off
Oh,
his
not
finger.
Amber Heard. Between Edward Scissorhands and Freddy Krueger.
Oh, Freddy Krueger,
You
hands
think
down.
Krueger? All right.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
because I guess uh Edward Scissorhands had a kind heart or
yeah.
whatever.
He had a conscience. I did see a funny picture, meme, I guess. Had a picture of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard and it said Willy Wonka and then Chocolate Factory.
Wow.
I thought it was funny. I couldn't help it.
So, all right. So those were, if you like, Nightmare on Elm Street. I mean, that's, the first one is terrifying. It's freaky. It's
It
scary.
it lost its appeal after the first one. The first
Yeah.
one, I mean, I remember actually being scared. I was afraid to go to sleep. Ever from 2 on, I mean, it was like they made a joke out of themselves, you
Yeah.
know?
Well, Friday 13th did similar things. Like the very first one, it was scary.
Yeah,
But
no, and
Jason wasn't in it till the last frame of, or like few frames of the movie. Spoiler alert:
yeah,
Jason's not in the first one. Sorry. I mean, come on. At what
it's
point do I
only
have to
been 40
say that?
years, you know?
Yeah, like seriously, that movie's almost older than me. But I mean, hopefully I don't have to say spoiler alert for that. But anyway, he's not until the last range. And the thing that I always wondered about was like, in that movie, he shows up at the end and he's a 12-year-old kid that's been underwater for ever, I guess,
Yeah,
like 15 years. He's been underwater 15 years. He's a dead ghost. I don't know what he was, but he was like a little scrawny dude.
yeah, and he
Came,
just jumps up out of the water at the
yeah,
end
and
and
pulls her
grabs
in.
pulls her in.
Yeah. And then in Friday 13th, dude is jacked and he's like 30 and 6 foot tall. And like, I'm like, where did he go? What gym did Jason go to get jacked up and go? I was like, and
Yeah, no,
that's
they
when he
kind
got the mask too. The wasn't it
of
was it in 2
3,
or 3? It was 3.
3. Yeah,
So
he
then,
had the pillowcase on
oh, that's
in the
right.
center. Yeah.
Yeah, the second one he had, the third one he got the famous hockey mask.
And I think that was the one that Kevin Bacon was in. Or was he in the first one? Kevin Bacon was actually, they had a lot of
Yeah, it's crazy.
stars show up and like, well, I say stars, but then I was going to say Corey Feldman was in it, and can't really call him.
Dude, yes, you can.
No,
Dude, come on.
you can't. The
Corey
guy is
Feldman,
horrible.
no, come on. Come on. Dude was amazing in uh um
See?
Stand By Me,
Okay, yeah. No,
and
that was a good movie.
then The Lost Boys. It's honestly, he and Kiefer Sutherland made that movie.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, those two
Absolutely.
were like awesome. Like Kiefer was amazing, and then Corey was hilarious.
He played an incredible vampire, not this Twilight crap, you know. I mean, those I'm sorry, those aren't real vampires.
Yeah, no.
Well, I can't really say that because I've never seen any of those movies just because I have a life.
Mhm.
Not a very good one, but still enough not to watch those. But no,
You haven't hit
he was
rock
an
bottom
incredible
yet.
vampire.
Yeah.
Do what?
You haven't hit rock bottom yet to watch.
No, I
Now,
haven't.
I do have a funny story about Twilight movies. I have not seen them, but I had
Love how we both have to reiterate. I've never seen them. No.
I know. I really. I've seen the trailers, and I've seen a bad lip reading of Twilight, which
Oh, those are
wasn't.
good.
Yeah, which for me was plenty good, and it was probably better than the actual movie. But I had some friends who rented a beach house, and it was day number 3 of the beach house, and a huge storm came in, and they couldn't go to the beach. They didn't really want to drive anywhere because there really wasn't anything to do. So they're stuck in this beach house, and it was going to rain all that night and into the next day. So for 2 days, they really didn't have anything they could do. So they had a bunch of alcohol, and then they were looking around the house, and whoever it was had the whole Twilight series
Oh,
on
God.
DVD. So they binge watched Twilight drunk.
Well, it's a good thing they had
And-
the alcohol because that's the only way.
Oh yeah,
you
yeah.
really enjoy it.
She said it was hilarious. Like the movie
Really?
is hilarious. And I said, is it really hilarious, or were you just so drunk that it was hilarious? She goes, I don't know, but it
Yes.
was hilarious. So I was like, all right.
I
So-
see. I couldn't. I just couldn't deal with it. You know, when it 1st
Mhm.
came out, I remember seeing the trailer. I was like, okay, you know, this doesn't look horrible. And then somebody that saw the movie said that they don't catch fire when they're in the sunlight. they shine or they
Yeah, they
glitter.
glisten,
Yeah,
glitter.
and that lost it for me. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, you
But
can't. No.
but then he went on to do better things. I mean, he's Batman now.
He's
I mean,
Batman, yeah, and he
and
did a great job with that. I was
yeah,
really impressed.
yeah. So you did
I don't know.
you find saw it,
I liked him as the Batman, not so much as Bruce Wayne.
but
He just the emo feel, is
but
like driving
I
me crazy.
understand where they're going with that. See, we're just jumping all over the place. That's why
I
this
know.
episode is completely different than what we normally do. But with the
Yeah, Friday the
Batman,
13th. Yeah. No.
yeah. Well, no, but with the Batman, he goes. Yeah, I mean, he's what they're doing. It's like year two Batman,
Yeah.
and so he doesn't quite grasp the importance of being the Bruce Wayne persona. So he wants to be Batman. And so like
But he doesn't want to be Bruce.
right. But like if you know Batman lore, I know you do. But like
Yeah.
those who don't know it, and I've seen people who reviewed it and they were upset. And I actually was kind of ticked off about too when I saw previews of it, thinking, I go, what's he doing? I'm like, he looks like Bruce Wayne needs a shower. And I was like,
Yeah.
I was like,
Like I said,
how's that?
Spider-Man 3 is
Yeah,
like Tobey Maguire doing the whole emo thing.
yeah, and I was like, why does he need a shower? Why isn't he like the Bruce Wayne? And then as I realized what they're doing is, like I said, it's year two. He hasn't perfected the mask of Bruce Wayne. Because like in it, everyone always comes at like the real person is Batman and Bruce Wayne is the disguise. And he hasn't figured out how to be the disguise yet.
Right.
And so I'm looking forward to the next iteration, like number two. I know they're going to do a 2 and a 3 for sure. Uh, they've already Warner Brothers greenlit it because they're like, oh my gosh, finally we've got a DC movie
Yeah.
that
I'll,
people
I'll
aren't
tell you
mad
what I like
about.
about it.
So
This was like the first Batman movie that was actually a detective story.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I mean? Because he's the world's greatest detective. But, with all the other movies, it's just been,
beating up
Pal,
people,
Stocko,
and I'm wealthy.
Yeah, exactly. So, no, this actually let him show his intelligence. But
Yeah,
I didn't like what they did with the Riddler. I mean, the whole, I don't
yeah.
know. I didn't do, I mean, it was better than, Jim Carrey, but
Yeah.
I just,
Well, did you catch it? Well, because they try to me, I think they were mixing two. Well, I mean, they had the Riddler, but they mixed in a bit of Hush in his
yes,
character.
he
And but
did look like,
did you catch the Easter egg when they were in the Riddler's apartment and he's looking around the room? If you get a chance, I mean, don't sit through like you have HBO Max, so
oh, yeah.
you don't have to sit through the whole movie again to get to this. Just fast forward to the apartment scene, and when they're going around the room, kind of look on one of the background newspapers. He spray painted the word "hush."
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah,
I
so
didn't,
it was kind of cool. Like when I saw that, because I actually did see it twice in the theater. Once with my wife for my birthday, and then the second time my son really wanted to see it, and I was like, I'll go see it again,
mm,
only because it didn't bore me and I wasn't upset about it. And then I wanted to see it again because I wanted to look and see what was in the movie
all the
that
little Easter eggs.
because and so that was one of the things because I was like really paying attention to stuff in the second time. And because I was like, I'm already entertained, so I want to see what's in. And there's a bunch of stuff. Like that's just one. I don't want to give away too much, but like
What's been your favorite movie that's come out recently that you
come out.
saw in the theater?
What we saw Batman. Um,
Like, did you like that better than No Way Home?
they're completely different. That's the thing. I love No Way Home. I thought,
Oh, uh,
and
that's by far my favorite Marvel movie so
yeah,
far.
it is
Now I
mine
am
too.
looking
Like,
forward to Doctor Strange 2 coming out,
yeah,
but the
and,
title is just way too long.
yeah. Well, what's funny is with like I've told you, like next time you come into town, you got to go to Warehouse Cinemas with me because
Yes,
we got
you
this
told me about that.
amazing theater, and uh, so like every movie, it can be a crappy movie, you're still gonna enjoy your time there
Well,
because
don't they have like a
it's
restaurant
yeah,
bar?
yeah. The restaurant, they have a bar, they do, they have a ton of beer, and then they have mixed drinks if you want. You can go up to like they have a mixologist back there making drinks. But
Nice.
and they do like kind of theme drinks. Like, so like for Batman, they had the Bruce Wayne, and then for I think for Spider-Man, they had a Peter Parker
Oh,
drink,
really?
and it was like red and like had a little blue in it. It's like it's pretty cool.
Huh.
And they're good drinks. It's not just like, oh look, it's blue and red. Yeah, but it actually tasted good. But
They did that the same thing with the Big Ten tournament in Indianapolis.
oh
They
yeah,
had like hamburgers that were custom made, and they were like all different, and they were all had themes with each of the schools that were in the tournament.
nice.
Like oh god, one of them had like blue cheese, um, and I can't remember. I think it might have been the Michigan State, but
Yeah,
I mean they're not. They don't have blue in there.
yeah.
Maybe it was Northwestern. I can't remember. But I
You're
mean,
you're
just
you're colorblind. What do you
yeah,
don't
I
know?
can't tell anyway. I know blue cheese is white,
Yeah,
you know, which, you know, I can see that much.
yeah. Well, it's interesting. Like I said, No Way Home, back to Spider-Man.
Yes.
Like I took my 80-year-old mother to go see that.
Mhm.
And what's funny is like she has not seen any Marvel movie. So what I did is I planned to go see it. I wanted to go see it, and she was with me. She's up visiting us. And I was like, I didn't want to like leave her at home, be like, we're all gonna go see Spider-Man. You can stay home and watch Wheel of Fortune. Like
Matt
I'm
Wall.
not that rude. But so I was like, well, we're gonna go see Spider-Man. You've never seen any of the new Spider-Man, and she has seen no Marvel movie.
Oh
So
wow.
so we watched the first Spider-Man with Tom Holland. So she watched it. Then I went through and I explained basically 20 years of Marvel movies, to explain, okay, spoiler alert, if you don't know by now, Tony Stark dies. He's dead. So then we watched Spider-Man 2, Far From Home. So then she understands, okay, Tony Stark's dead. So she gets that. And then we go and see, No Way Home. And she actually loved the movie. She was like, she said, well, one, she loved the theater. She thought it was amazing. But so shout out again to Warehouse, amazing theater. And that now there's 3 locations. So if
Oh
you're
wow.
in Maryland, there's 3 locations for Warehouse Cinemas, and they're hoping eventually to go nationwide. So, you know,
Nice.
keep a lookout. If you hear that there's a Warehouse Cinema coming to your area, go check it out. But anyway, so back to Spider-Man. Love the movie. I don't want to, I mean, it's still too soon. I can't spoil stuff, right? I probably shouldn't.
Yeah. Well.
Anyway, I mean, if
Anyway.
you don't know what happens in the movie, what makes it amazingly cool, and that it's, not just Spider-Man, but it's like an amazing Spider-Man. Is that going too far by saying that? Uh,
No, he even says it he goes, no, dude, you're amazing. No,
yeah,
you are
you are
amazing.
me.
Say
But yeah,
it.
so I
Love
mean, it's a
that.
great film. Go see it. But yeah, like I said, Batman, Spider-Man, it's like for me, it's hard to like. I don't like comparing DC and Marvel. Like
Yeah.
I'm not. I love both
But they
comic
both
books.
have different feels.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. Like
DC tends to
DC
be
has
darker.
always been grittier and darker,
Yeah.
and Marvel's like always been more, you know, quippy and silly. And like when they
Jokes.
try to do, when they try to be with the other, it doesn't work with the
Mm.
characters. It just isn't.
Well, in Batman, like you can't have Batman and it'd be funny. I mean,
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't have a good sense of humor. It's
I
like,
mean, they kind of did that when they had George Clooney as Batman,
yeah,
but I don't think that was intentional funny. It just was funny that he was Batman.
yeah. I
So,
mean, they did do it with Adam West, but that was campy from the start. But
yes,
but I don't know. But like, have you seen Moon Knight? Have you watched any of the Moon Knight?
you know
On
what? I haven't. I tried
Okay,
watching it. I sat through the first 10 minutes of episode one. I was like, no, game over. I just couldn't. I couldn't get into it. I
all
am watching Picard, and I'm also watching Halo. Both of
okay.
those have been really good, though.
I enjoy
Everybody told me though,
Moon
if
Knight.
I can get through the first 15 minutes of the first episode of Moon Knight, I'll get into it. But I just
Yeah,
haven't got to that point yet.
try again, man. Like, cause I'm just saying, like, I'm now on episode whatever it is. I guess there's one more episode coming out soon, or by the time this podcast is out, it's probably already come out. Actually, it's coming out the same day as this podcast, the final episode.
Oh,
So,
nice.
but yeah, it was. I mean, so far, because I haven't seen the finale, they could completely f it up, and then I'd be
Yeah,
like, "Gosh, that was an awful." I will
but
say,
Marvel's not really known for doing that.
except for WandaVision.
Yeah,
Well,
that
I
was
mean, let me preface. WandaVision was a snooze fest for 3 episodes,
yes, the
and
first 3.
then it got good. And
But,
then,
and
well, not
I was
not not
disappointed.
great. It got good, and I saw where they're going, and it really was. It was a setup for uh
Doctor
the
Strange.
Doctor Strange too. I mean, it's
Yeah.
basically here you go. This is we're setting it all up,
I wasn't
because
impressed with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I mean, I think they had a great idea and they just whiffed it. I mean,
yeah,
they could have done so much better. I don't know if it was the villain was horrible or the writing was horrible. I couldn't get into it.
yeah. Well, well, and I actually like the was it U.S. Agent, the guy who was Captain America and then he became U.S. Agent. I
Yeah.
mean, like I actually like the dude who played him. And what's funny now we're jumping to another story because it involves Andrew Garfield, who once was Spider-Man, and he was amazing at it. But
He really was.
and so there's a show on FX which is called Under the Banner of Heaven, and it's a true story, and Andrew Garfield's in it, and the dude who played the
US
US
agent.
agent is in it, and it. I mean, I started watching it. Just I was flipping. I was on Hulu, and I just saw a picture of Andrew Garfield and said "Under the Banner of Heaven." I'm like, "What is that?" And it said 2022. I was like, "Oh, this is new." I thought it was a movie, so I watched the trailer, and
Mm,
it's about this woman. Well, it's this family, and they're Mormons in Utah, and she, this Mormon girl, is from Idaho, and she's more from a more liberal Mormon
okay.
organization, and she marries into this family called the Laffertys, who were a very strict Mormon culture,
Okay.
and it was just really crazy, and she ends up getting killed and her daughter gets beheaded, and it's like psycho. And
Well, that sounds like a pleasant movie.
yeah, no, it isn't, but it was
I do
really.
like Andrew Garfield though. He's one. I mean, what was that movie he was in where he played a pacifist that was in the army?
Oh yeah, I know, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember the name,
That
but
was that was probably my favorite movie that he's been
and
in.
that was another true story.
Yeah,
Like, so
no, that was a great movie. I can't remember what it's called now, though. But no, he did an amazing job.
Heartbreak Ridge.
No, that was Clint
Is
Eastwood.
it? Is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
remember he's like, with all due respect, sir, you're beginning to bore the hell out of me.
well,
I love the movie. That was a good movie too.
so here we got. I gotta ask because we're coming to the end
Okay.
of this insane chaos episode.
Yeah, we kind of
Um,
jumped all over the place.
I did, but it's fun. It's 50. I wanted to celebrate. I wanted to drink a beer. I wanted to just have fun in my 50th and talk to somebody I knew I could just chat with.
And what people don't realize, this is like how every single one of our conversations usually end
Yes,
up.
yeah. Like when you call me on the phone, you could be like, "Yeah, I'm headed to this haunted house," and then we'll be like, "Yeah, did you see? Have you seen that known Rainbow Bright doll? I saw it at Kmart." And I'm like, "Why are you looking at a Rainbow Bright doll, dude?" I don't know.
No,
I
Teddy
don't have
Ruxpin.
nieces, but you have daughters. I was thinking of buying your daughter one. And I was like, "Whatever."
What was that one that you had as when we were growing up? It was like a robot that played eight
Oh,
tracks.
oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
What was that? Max?
It was yeah, but it's pre Teddy Ruxpin.
Yeah. Oh, I just remember him having that weird robot-y voice.
Yeah,
But
I'll look it
no,
up. I have a picture of it. I know I do.
I just remember it played eight tracks. I was like, damn, I haven't seen those in a while.
Nice. So what adventures do you got coming up, man?
You know what? I'm not really sure. Well, I've got a surgery coming up, so I'm going to be out of out of yeah.
Mobility.
I got a knee surgery coming up, so I'm not going to be doing too much traveling. But I have
But
been getting a lot of advertisements for these different sanitariums in
mhm,
Pennsylvania. So Pennsylvania is not too far from where I live. I might be driving next door and checking one of these out.
yeah.
But I mean, they offer tours. They have, overnight stays and things like that. So I think it might be kind of fun camping out there one night.
And I've got some ideas for you to do some research, and we got some ideas from some episodes that we want to talk about different monsters, folklore, and ghost things that I think we do have one coming up where we're going to talk about premonitions.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So we're going to do that
talking
soon.
about that. I remember us talking about that.
Yeah. Yes. I know your attention span's all over the place, but yeah.
Yeah, no.
Well, I want to thank you for coming on, because I know you got to get ready to go back to sleep so you can get up like at the butt crack of dawn to go to work.
No, it's the other way around. I go at the butt crack of night because I work third shift. So.
That's right. You got to get up at the butt crack of night and work till the butt crack of dawn.
Exactly.
But I know you need to get your schedule back on.
Oh man, I'm all over the place. I have no set schedule as far as my sleep cycle goes.
Nice. And I want to say to those listening or watching, I am sorry that this was such a chaotic episode, but you know what? Every now and then you got to do it. It kind of helps rejuvenate you, get you excited about, and that's really what I do. That's why I called Chip up, because I've known him forever, and we've been going way back. There's photos of us in a baby crib together. So our families are tight, kind of like the Arkhams and the Waynes. But anyway, so
I'm older. I got you beat by 2 months.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Well, a little
like a month and a half.
Yeah.
A month and a half. Yeah.
So I can still hold that over you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, again, thank you for coming on. Those of you listening and or watching, thank you for watching and listening. And remember to, as always, stay safe and keep searching.
Check out FedoraCRT.com today.